Hey everybody, welcome back to our neck of the woods. So in this video, as promised, we're gonna be doing the rest of the front porch, the deck, finishing that out. Probably gonna go to Menards and purchase the trusses and stuff and get the county out here so that they can approve the deck, check that box off, and then that way we can start putting on deck boards with whatever Erin and I are gonna go with. But for right now, we've got a few things to do with the cars, and it's actually Erin's birthday. So there's a few things that we're gonna do. One for her birthday. Again, two, something with the Mercedes AMG, and my truck is actually getting worked on right now, so we're gonna go take a look at that and see how it all turned out. All right, so right now we're on our way in the AMG to my buddy Jesse's shop again. He's the one that did the detailing and stuff on my Porsche before I sold it. Basically, I'm taking the AMG to him to kind of help with a little bit of winter storage / he's gonna do a wash and detail because I haven't done it for a month and it's been sitting out and there's a little bit of sawdust and stuff on the hood and we want to get it cleaned up. But the main reason why we're going there is about a year ago on the property, I backed my truck up into a tree, which was a little bit too close to the driveway. So it has since been removed a little aggressively, I must say, because I was a little upset when I did it, but it needed to go anyway. It was a dead ash. So I chopped it down and took the roots out and no big deal. But the rear quarter panel got bumped, gave it a little bit of a dent. There was no damage, no paint or anything. So Jesse has a buddy that does paintless dent repair. So he's knocked it out. He showed me the pictures. It looks amazing. So hopefully it looks as good in person as it does on pictures. And we'll go ahead and get that squared away, and we're gonna pick it up now, and then we're gonna go do some stuff for Erin's birthday again. So because it's getting kind of late, before we go and pick up the truck and swap out the AMG, since it's Erin's birthday, one of the things I usually do every year
is avoid buying me a horse.
Avoid buying her a horse, and I don't know, call me lazy, but I think she enjoys it. We usually end up going out kind of on a shopping spree.
She enjoys it.
Yeah, so I guess you can yell at me for not putting thought into it, making it easy, but again, we're usually stopping by a horse place that she goes to, because we all know Erin loves equestrian, as you can see from, I think, our second video we ever posted. But we stop in there and see what she might want to pick up and get, and then usually go to the mall, do some stuff there. And the horse shop's gonna close first, so right now we're gonna go there, and I don't know what you had in mind.
I want to get my wedding band freshened up.
Well, that's not at the horse shop.
No, I ordered a helmet. My parents were kind enough to give me a gift card to Equus Now for my birthday, so I needed to replace the helmet that I had a rather hard fall in and had a concussion. So that helmet's in, and we're gonna go pick that up and buy me anything else that I want at Equus Now. And then we need to go to Diamond Cellar and see if they can fix the ring.
Her wedding ring, well, let's start from the beginning. Her engagement ring, we're both really picky about stuff, and I'd show her one, she'd show me one, and we'd never agree. And the way our relationship kind of works is once we both find something, it's kind of like, yep, that's it. Because now we're both in agreement, and it's just the perfect one. And she found her engagement ring first, so that's what we bought. The diamond she left on me to pick the size and color, cut, clarity, and all that stuff. So I bought that at a later time, and again, all put together, it was perfect. Now the wedding ring, we got married in Vegas, and we stopped in at all the hotel jewelry stores. Well, you know, little rings in Vegas are gonna be, you know, tens of thousands of dollars for, you know, doesn't need to be really. So what I did is we found a few styles that we liked, and I actually got onto like online websites, which scares you a little bit there for a minute, but
You look at eBay.
yeah, and eBay, and I trusted the sellers to basically, I bought all the diamonds individually. So her ring is made up of regular round diamonds and marquee diamonds. And I bought the rounds first. They came, I took them to the store, had them verified, and oh my gosh, is it so much easier and more quality better to buy stuff online yourself. You're getting certified, legit stuff. You're not getting it from just a regular mall store where they may say the color, cut, and clarity is top notch, but it may not be because the certifications are different. But long story short, we ended up getting amazing stones for next to nothing. I think all of her round stones may have only been like $100 and something, and her 4 large marquees were only like $600. We took that to Diamond Seller here in the Columbus area of Ohio. We had a ring in my head, put to paper. They put it into a 3D CAD design on a computer, kind of brought it to light, and then based off that, they custom made the ring for her. And all in all, after all of that time and hand craftsmanship of the lady who built the ring for us, the total for that I think was only about $1,500. So all in all, we got a Vegas quality looking ring, handmade for us, diamonds picked out by us, for somewhere in the $2,000 range, for a ring in Vegas that we saw that was around like $15,000. So she loves it, but she wears it every day, so it's getting a little bit worn. Around the marquees and the circles on top, we had
there was supposed to be millgrain, but they didn't actually put millgrain on. They ended up just making like hundreds of little slashes around the edge to mimic a millgrain. And we should have just said something right then, but it looked good. We just didn't really foresee that it would all wear off and just be back to smooth. So we're gonna see if they can either put real millgrain on or just go back over those marks and make it look new again.
And a cleaning, freshening up, because I know they like re-palladium dip them and stuff like that. They should have done every year. And then also, if you get a warranty on jewelry, it's wise to go back to the seller. Like if one of the diamonds falls out and gets loosed and is lost, as long as you go back every 6 months to a year and have the jeweler kind of poke and prod everything, if the prongs are good and stuff, then basically it's certified. So if her main diamond, for example, were to ever fall out of her engagement ring, basically, like I said, it's a no questions asked. Go back to the jewelry store and say, hey, the prongs were good a week ago, the diamond's gone. Unfortunately, you guys got to replace it. So that's their policy. Luckily, it doesn't happen often, I don't think, or they wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, so any information, or if you're ever curious about your own stuff out there, go get it checked often, and they usually will have a free replacement if anything were to ever happen to it.
Nope.
Well, first firing squad, I think I got out lucky. Only got $72 out of me at that one, but I guess we've got, how many more to go?
Who knows? Infinity.
Yeah.
Infinity
We'll
birthday presents.
You can't hold anything. I can't imagine what any amount more power is going to be able to do. Granted, it's 37 degrees outside and there's summer tires, so these things are hockey pucks. Alright, birthday present number 2 done, and that's not gonna be
It doesn't
fair.
count.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. It was free.
Yeah. So redoing millgrain, re-dipping it, and cleaning her engagement ring, and gonna re-dip that all for free. Actually, the only money that's probably gonna be spent is on me. I've got a watch that's stainless steel that I asked them about. The band's looking a little bit worn because it's stainless steel and soft, and they're gonna disassemble every single link, high polish them, put it back together, and that's $200, so I'm spending more in there than she is. All right, so we just made it to our buddy Jesse's shop, again called Liquid Vision Auto Detailing LLC, Plain City, Ohio. We're picking up the truck, gonna see what damage there is and how well it got fixed, and dropping off the AMG and see what he's got going on. Hopefully you guys can see this real quick, but right about there, there's a little shadow right about there. But from the picture that you guys can see kind of up above your head right now, that was a pretty big dent. And now it definitely is a lot more blended in. And unless you're looking for it, you really can't tell, especially since it was hard to do with that line right there where this is flat and then it transitions over into that. You can see that is a lot better, that it still holds that factory line, but transitions over and that dent's gone. Thank you, Jesse and Bob. That looks 1,000 times better. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, got started today already on finishing out the front deck. Probably gonna only get about half done today, but what I wanted to show you so far is you can see we started getting the triple front beam on, and since I had some of those long, like 4.5 inch GRKs left over, went ahead and sent those through kind of in a zigzag pattern through the front here, and that's gonna act kind of like as I bolted the main beam of the house together. That's going to bolt all this together, and GRKs are usually pretty tough, so should be fine that it's not really going to have a beam that's going to separate. This obviously deck's more of a down load force, but so far so good. What's not great though is, once again, lumber is never what it's supposed to be. So we've got some, as we're looking down here, some are a little high, some are a little low, because some, you know, are like 11 1/4, some are like, I'm sorry, 9 1/4, 9 1/2, etc. So when we put the deck boards on, we'll probably have to go ahead and shim the high ones down, and or I'm sorry, plane the high ones down, and hopefully the ones that are too low we don't have to shim, because I'm not going to do that. I'm probably just going to get out the planer and knock that down. The only thing that has me worried, if you deck people out there are watching, let me know. Obviously I'm nowhere near done. Obviously I have no blocking in yet, but it is crazy that this thing is so wide and then long that just with a little bit of my hand movement, this thing is very shaky, and all of the bases are bolted down and all of the tops here are bolted down, so all the nails and everything are in, yet we're still extremely shaky side to side. Now, I've never built a deck this big before, so I don't know what to expect. Obviously I still have one more post to be bolted down there, but I'm just wondering why the side to side racking motion is so bad. Again, maybe because the deck's so tall, but people build decks off the back of their house, you know, all the way up. Anyway, the only thing I have to look at is those tall decks is in the corners or halfway down, do they have any kind of bracing going down this way? Because if I were to put something down there on the ground and lock in, say, a 2x that goes up to the outside here, then it can't really push in anymore because that brace is going this way. And then on the other side, if I put another one on that diagonal, then it can't come in this way. So both ways it can't rack side to side. So deck builders out there, please comment, tell me. If I'll have to do that, I will speak with the engineer also and see what he says. And then hopefully when the roof corners go in and this last corner over here go in, that's going to be a little bit better. But with this brace here, kind of like this side's already a little bit easier, that I can't pull that in more than just a little bit because that brace is pushing down into the ground. But definitely still a lot of racking going on, but we'll see what happens when I get all of the joists up and kind of go from there. But I may wrap today up here or continue working into the night and see what happens. Blocking, I'm probably going to run out of 2x10s, so I'll have to go get some. And then again, on those outside corners, or the first and second beam only being like 12 inches apart, I'm going to see if that helps too, because I'll have blocking basically every 16 inches on here to build out a stronger box frame on these outside ones. So maybe that will help too. But I don't know, we'll see. Probably be back at this tomorrow too, or get started on the roof, I don't know. But stick around and we'll see you then. Good morning, everyone. So today, hopefully, it's gonna be the last day that we finish up the deck. I just got off the phone with the building department, and they said that actually they could come out kind of anytime really to take a look at the deck, because the deck needs to be a certain height off the ground, so that way, like when they're under here, they're looking at all of the joists and everything and making sure they look good. Obviously, we don't have a problem, but if a deck was only, you know, 2 feet off the ground, that's why they say don't install any of the decking until the inspection box basically is checked off and cleared. So again, not a problem for us that they can come out here. I did schedule it 2 days from now to make sure that I get all of this finished, plus the blocking. So again, they'll be out here at some time to take a look-see. But so far went so good. Basically half of it done last night, kind of in the dark. I increased the exposure, so last night as I was finishing up, it probably still looked like daylight on film, but it definitely was pitch black out here. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more to do. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out that real quick. As for blocking, I'm probably gonna have to go to the store and get more, because I know I'm not gonna have enough. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do this last corner, which shouldn't be a problem for the diamond pier, and then figure out how we're gonna do the corners also. Again, those beams over there are 18 foot tall, so not exactly sure how I'm gonna get up in the air. I do have a lift coming out also in 2 days when we start on the roof. That's just when I decided I wanted to focus on this deck and get this project done before we get it another lift out here. So when that comes out here, we'll probably use it to tie a chain on and help pick it up and then set the beam down in the corner. And then my roofing guys can help me out with that too, so I'm not moving these beams all by myself. But that should be the game plan. So diamond pier here today, finish out the joists, do the blocking, and then the inspection should be good in 2 days from now, and then we can go ahead and get started back on this roof. I am gonna finish this video up here though, just completing out this deck, The roof we can worry about in 2 days, start filming that. It's the first time the sun's been out in I don't know how many days, but it is like 20 degrees right now. So the camera, it has not been working. Last night as I was editing some of that time lapse, it would record for like 2 minutes and then everything would be gone. It would just stop recording even though it was saying that it was still recording. So the GoPros don't like cold. So for right now, again, probably just know that I'm finishing this up here. Gonna throw on the rest of these hangers, throw on the rest of the joists, go and purchase the blocking, knock the blocking out. If I can get it on film, I will. If not, know that we're done here and I'll show you when we get back. Gotta get that plate on, get that 6x6 in. We still have 2 beams to go across here to make this front a triple, but all of the joists are on now, and hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more picture of what the house is gonna look like. If I stand back here, give you a little bit more idea that that'll be the front deck. And as you can see, I designed it that we've got a little bit of an overhang on that window and a little bit of overhang on this window. But our master closet, there won't be any deck over. And then the roof will obviously start a peak here and go down this way and go down that way. And that will come all the way out here to a gable end. And then I think on this outside gable end here, we're gonna do some timber beams. So from the peak here down and then over on that gable end truss, there will be kind of like a timber beam here, some timber beams here, and then maybe one at an angle and another one at an angle, just to get a little bit of a look. But it's over 12 feet deep, which Erin wanted 12 feet, but I just decided to not cut any of the 12 footers that I bought. So if you add on triple ply up here and a single ply back there, you end up getting I think 12.5 feet or right around there of length. Hopefully our deck boards will look good, because I would hate to have like the last deck board get out here that, let's say it's a 5-inch board, to only cut like a 1-inch or half-inch sliver. That's gonna look horrible, but it'll depend on the spacing, I guess, that we put in here. These are those GRKs I was talking about. They're 4 inches long, I think 5/16 in diameter, but they do a great job at basically taking the place of a bolt and holding power, just so nothing can separate. I still wouldn't bet my life on the sheer strength of them holding something up, but to hold something together, no problem at all. All right, another video gonna come to a close here. I still have some blocking to do. I think there's only 7 or 8 more to go, plus that outside edge. I've got all of the posts in, but they still need a few screws down on the bottom and up on the top on this one. I've got the outside third ply that needs trimmed, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna continue to work into the night here. Sun's already down, so it's getting pretty dark, but I'm just gonna finish this out, finish the blocking, and man, that feels good. That is the first thing done that the inspector can come out and check a box off. Now, granted, I still have to do the back porch too, that they'll have to come back out and do that one too, but at least they can see my setup, see how I'm doing it, so they'll kind of already know what to expect from me, being a builder and doing a deck this way. But that looks good. I'm happy, and again, I'm going to wrap this video up here. So we will see you guys on the next one. This should be a midweek video for you guys that like seeing more often. So enjoy this one. Erin, happy birthday. And we will see you guys later. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Real quick, just wanted to show you, I fixed the racking problem. Went ahead and sacrificed two 2x6s. Now, they're not treated, so they probably won't last forever, but they are a good deal off of the ground, especially when you get up here. But once we get the floor decking on, it'll definitely stiffen it up. But basically, on the outside corner to this one, we put a racking brace, if you will, and then the same on this side. So all the way over in this corner, down to this one, we've got another brace, and those two little boards right there took all of that front racking motion out. And obviously we can't go this way because the boards are pushing directly into the house, and we're not obviously going to move the back because the back's bolted directly in the concrete. But that's how I solve that. And once we figure out what we're going to do to hide everything under here, obviously those 2x6s, they're on the inside there, not on the outside. So whatever we put across this, you'll never see them. We will make an access point, kind of like a little doorway or something over here on the side. So that way, if you have to like get in here underneath to investigate and look at things, you'll have an access point. But that right now is a done porch, waiting on inspection. I just have to drive in a few more of the poles right here, and actually I won't be putting the caps on because the inspector will probably drop his tape measure down in to make sure that the poles are the verified length. But we are ready and we are done.